All right, back once again, and it's Wednesday, September 18th.
Yep.
So I'm Jay,
I'm Bobby,
and that is my baby brother. So, what do we have going on out there today?
Well, let's start it off with a statement from the press secretary of the President of the United States of America.
Okay, we'll start there.
Okay, and I'm going to read this. It's pretty short. At the request of a number of committees of Congress, and for reasons of transparency, the President has directed the Office of the Director of National Intelligence and the Department of Justice, including the FBI, if you didn't know, the FBI comes under the Department of Justice, to provide for immediate classification of the following materials. 1. Pages 10 through 12 and 17 of 34 of the June 17th application to the FISA court in the matter of Carter Page. 2. All FBI reports of interviews with Bruce G. Orr prepared in connection with the Russian investigation. 3. All FBI reports of interviews prepared in connection with all Carter Page FISA applications. In addition, President Donald J. Trump has directed the Department of Justice, including the FBI, to publicly release all text messages related to the Russian investigation without redactions of James Comey, Andrew McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and Bruce Orr.
So, I love that part about unredacted.
Yeah, without redactions.
Yes, because you guys want to go through and redact every word but the and is. trying to hide out, man, behind the black marker. Trying to hide out. So for him to say, no, nothing is to be redacted. Nothing. I like that part.
So now we have declassification of FISA warrants, declassification of text messages, and it's already the little bit we do know about Strzok and Page, texting back and forth, talking
naming
names and talking about, how they're going to deal with Donald Trump before and after he was elected. So now we're getting to the part where we're going to start getting light shed on the situation. And so now you can't hide behind your redaction. So now we're going to find out exactly what this whole Russian collusion nonsense was about.
And other stuff. Now we'll get to dig into more about Christopher Steele and this dossier.
All of it.
Okay. And how do the Clintons and the DNC play into this? So there's a whole bunch of stuff that's getting ready to come out. Now, after Trump announced, hey, declassifying this stuff, Representative Adam Schiff in California, he's got the D behind his name. He comes out, now he's the ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. So he's got to get in front of a mic now. So he comes out, he says he calls Trump's decision a clear abuse of power.
Yeah, of course it is, Dan.
Intended to advance a false narrative to help in his defense from Mueller's probe. Hey, the false narrative, Representative Schiff.
Yeah.
The false narrative is the Russian collusion thing. That's the false narrative, my man.
Thank you.
Okay? The false narrative is that Carter Page was somehow related to Russian intelligence. He was a Russian spy.
Yep.
Okay? That's the false narrative. The false narrative, Mr. Schiff, is that George Papadopoulos had information that he was going to get from the Russians that had something to do with Hillary Clinton and some dirt on her. That's the false narrative, Mr. Schiff.
Yep.
Okay? So the abuse of power, Mr. Schiff, to inform you, the abuse of power came from the Department of Justice, the FBI, leaking classified and sensitive information all over the place because they knew they were going to still be in power after the 2016 elections. There's your abuse of power, Mr. Schiff. See how these Democrats and these lefties, they always, when something is about to come at them, when that storm is about to hit, they always want to turn the narrative around. So now he's talking about Trump's decision to declassify this stuff is a clear abuse of power. No, we know where the abuse of power happened.
Yeah.
We know where the false narratives came from. And it came from you lying lefties, from you Democrats and that lying mainstream media. That's where it's coming from.
So now they're full damage control this morning.
Yep.
And trying to...
Wouldn't you be?
Trying to paint this as though Trump is setting himself up as a dictator.
Yeah.
Because he's busting you. You're being busted. So somehow that's got to morph into him becoming a dictator. This abuse of power nonsense. No, you did something wrong and you were busted. It's no more complex than that. You were busted. You tried to pull up. You didn't want the man elected. You were working not to get him elected. That failed. Then after he was elected, you kept going. And now, as this thing unfolds, you're going to start to understand why Jeff Sessions recused himself. I know a lot of you people out there, well, Jeff Sessions needs to go. Well, Trump's smarter than you. Because if you didn't understand what he was doing, the game he was playing, stop playing chess and learn how to play Go. Then you will understand Trump. He's not playing the same game you're playing. So if you think that, somehow Sessions betrayed Trump, no, he's smarter than the people he's playing against. They're assuming Trump was going to somehow we were going to get him out of the way.
You know what he understands? He understands that folks on the left, you liberals, you Democrats, always play the same game. There's nothing new about the game you guys play. There's nothing new about the strategies you deploy. There's nothing new. He understands that. So now it's like, know who your enemy is.
Yeah.
Know what they're capable of. Know what they're willing to do. So over the decades, what have we seen from the Democrats? The same old thing.
Same old
over and over and over. The same old wickedness, the same old evil, the same old perversion, over and over and over again. So we know what you're going to play. Don't know when you're going to play it.
And we know you're going.
But you're going to play it. Because that's what you've always done. And he understands that. So now he's running at them in ways they've never experienced before.
Yeah. And they can't get behind him. All these other politicians, they can get behind them. And they can blackmail them. Well, you can't blackmail Trump. You can't get behind him. You dig in the man's place, you come up with Stormy Daniels. Wow. That's your your golden BB.
Yeah.
Stormy Daniels.
Yeah. When that didn't work.
Yeah. When that didn't work. Now you're going to try, well, he's crazy. Well, and you're going to hear that, well, he's crazy. He's outing the intelligence services. No, he's outing the fact that you use the intelligence service, the DOJ, you're using the IRS, you were using all these government agencies to
thwart your enemy,
to fight the American people. We think we should be in control. You should have nothing to say over it. So we're going to fight you. We're going to stick the IRS on you if you're conservative. We're going to stick every entity we can in government. So you weaponize all these agencies towards the American people. And remember, a treason, foreign or domestic, it doesn't matter. You don't have to be a foreign agent to be a treasonous to this country. You can be a natural-born American and become treasonous. So, foreign or domestic, you're a traitor to this nation. when you use agencies that you know you're not supposed to do,
Mm-hmm.
it's illegal to do,
Mm-hmm.
but you do it anyway
Mm-hmm.
because you figure none of this is going to come to light.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at, again, all we have to do is go back to Carter Page and George Papadopoulos. You weaponize the Department of Justice against these guys. So to take them out. And in the process, you hope that you could take Trump out at the same time. So, yeah, I would, if I were sitting in the shoes of Democrats today, I would be very worried about the information that is going to get declassified and come out in unredacted form. I would be concerned about that. Is my name in there somewhere? Okay. That's the question I'd be asking myself. My wife looks at me, what's wrong, honey? Man, shoot. Getting a little warm around here.
What if my name pops up?
I don't know if my name's gonna surface, baby.
And you know,
you might want to go take you and the kids go live with your mom for a little bit, because it might get a little bit nasty around here, and I don't want you in the way of it.
Might get chippy.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the idea that not only so you guys, they're gonna try to paint it as, oh, those were rogue elements.
Mm-hmm.
Once it's clear that these guys were out of bounds, out of order, illegally operating basically a hit against President Trump.
Mm-hmm. Now, rogue elements, I'll give you that. Yes, they were rogue elements. But again, your name in any of that?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the rogue elements? What if they turn on you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, because, well, Obama had nothing to do with it. If he had nothing to do with it, he's incompetent. Because he should have knew it was happening.
Yeah.
And if he knew it was happening, if he didn't know what was happening, he should have knew what was happening, because he's the president and he's over that. You know, that's his branch of government, the executive branch. He's supposed to be running that. So now, if you didn't know, that means you were incompetent. So if you did know, that means you was just as treasonous as they are.
All you did as a store owner, you came and unlocked the doors every morning, and everybody walked in,
and whatever happened.
And they ripping and running all day long, and you don't know what's going on, because all you did was unlock the door and go back to the house.
Back home. You know? So you want us to believe that?
Yeah.
That you had nothing to do with any of this. You know, and that's where the media is going to paint it for you. Count on it. They're going to try to paint it like that.
But you know what, Bobby? People are what we used to say back in the day. Hey, man, I'm hip to your game now. Yeah. So, people are hip to your game. Now, me and Bobby and others, we've been hip to their game for a long time. Other people is coming to light for them right now. They are now hip to the game that the left and the Democrats play all the time. So they're looking at this like, man, I cannot be associated with that wickedness, with that evil, and with that perversion. Speaking of perversion, so now Netflix, they got their heads on the chopping block. What did Netflix do? Netflix has this series, 13 Different Ways or something like that. At the end of season 1, they graphically displayed this girl committing suicide, teenage girl committing suicide. Now, people already had a problem with this show, okay? I've never seen it because I suspended my Netflix account a long time ago because they were just getting too wild for me. So that was at the end of season 1. So there have been teenagers out there committing suicide because of what they've seen on this Netflix original series, okay? Open up season 2, and from what I read, season 2 is even more wicked, evil, and perverse than season 1. Even more. So now people, they have this petition out there, and I think they need like 22 more thousand signatures on it. I put mine on it this morning.
Okay.
They're going to send it to the CEO of Netflix. You take that crap off.
Yeah.
Take that crap off. Bobby, what is up with the left, man? They have this this thing for perverse and wicked and evil stuff.
No,
it seems to me, and I've always said, it's like the more perverse it is, the more they embrace it.
The DNC, and I've said this for years, is a death cult. You know, they embrace death. They want to kill your freedom. They want to kill your liberty. They want to kill everything that matters to you. They want to kill your country. They want you either dead or for you to shut up. You know, they support the most vile and wicked things. And you think they've gotten vile? Hey, if it wasn't for Trump and some of the stuff that's going to come out, you're going to see where they was taking this stuff. We were talking, I don't know if we mentioned this yesterday, but if you call yourself a Christian and you vote for the DNC, you think that that's what God wants you to do? Mm-hmm. You know, first off, I'm questioning your Christianity. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm calling you on that.
Call you
can say,
don't have a problem calling me.
No, I'm calling you on that because how can you claim to know the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and back that crap? Just like with my friend going to send me this video of some pastor up ranting in the pulpit about President Trump. And I'm like, why do you send me this stuff from this false prophet? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What are you sending me this nonsense for? Mm-hmm. You know, it's that vile, leftist, satanic party that you're following. They keep telling you that your God don't matter, but yet you're following these people.
And something else that Bobby and I talked about is like, hey man, take the cross down and put up Astro.
Yeah, take the cross down.
Just go ahead and take the cross down.
Welcome to Molech Sanctuary.
Yeah,
I mean, let's be real. You are not representing God. You don't care about anything God is talking about.
How do you not, as a Christian, a true believer in God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, how do you not have a problem with the killing of babies, unborn babies? How do you not have a problem with that? Then you're going to go to church on Sunday and then, you know, pray to your God, pray to Jesus Christ, asking him for, you know, salvation, asking him for forgiveness. But yet you support that crap.
Yeah, you support evil.
And then you support this evil that's in the Democrat Party. You black folks need to get up off that, man. Get up off it big time. Supporting that crap that comes out from the Democrat Party. And guess whose babies are being aborted more than anyone in this population? It's black babies that are being aborted.
Up. Eugenics. Look it up. Study it. Find out where it comes from.
Yeah,
and understand that was the plan originally
anyway.
Of Planned Parenthood.
Because
don't let the sweet name Planned Parenthood fool you.
Because hey, it was all about with the eugenicists. It was all about getting rid of undesirable people. Well, who was undesirable in the population back then? And we're going back almost 100 years. Yeah. Okay, who were the undesirable elements in the population? Okay. You need to study that and think about that and stop following that wicked Democrat Party because that's all they are, wicked. But you're gonna continue to support them, and then you want to call people that have left the Democrat Party. You want to call us Uncle Toms. You want to call us sellouts. Okay, you keep following that stuff, and you better question what these folks are about.
And all you
and what they do.
Black pastors out there, every last one of you that's in your pulpit talking about all white people are racist and white people don't like us and browbeating and downplaying the importance of white people at all in existence with that existential nonsense that you call black liberation theology. Yeah, that crap. Okay, yeah, all of you, every last one of you. I question your salvation because if God said, you know, he's the Father. Who are you calling Father? Well, God, the Bible says, don't marry outside your tribe or outside your father's tribe. Well, who are you calling Father? So you tell me a white person doesn't have the same ups with God as you do. You know, you sound like the KKK. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know, why don't you just, you know, take the Christian label, toss it in the trash, you know, and come on and be what you want to be. Yeah. If you want to serve Moloch, fine.
Go ahead.
But take God's name out of it.
But now, you hear us talking about this stuff, okay? And we're doing it on camera, and this is going to be up on YouTube. If any one of you false prophets or supporters of want to come and debate us on this, you're very welcome to do so. I am so sick and tired of all you super blacks out there telling me and telling everyone else about how we're supposed to live and who we're supposed to associate with. I run a business online. A super black came online the other night with me. The minute, the first thing that he started talking about was calling me out of my name, cussing and fussing, mad at me because I'm doing business with some white person. I do business with who I want to do business with, and I don't do business with who I don't want to do business with. Mr. Shannon Johnson, I'm going to call you out right here. Okay? Then the dude, I said, look, you don't tell me who to do business with or how to do business. Plus the fact, why are you coming at me like this anyway? You have no right to talk to me like this. Hey, you're being super black. And I told him, I don't do super black, man. I don't do it. Now, he gets upset, and the more and more I'm coming back at him, the more vile he's getting in his language towards me. Because I'm not doing business with him. Man, how in the world do you think I even want to associate with you in any way, shape, or form, Mr. Shannon Johnson, when you're talking to me like that? And you start out talking to me like that, calling me out of my name. Okay? I mean, right off the bat. And see, he's not the only one. There's millions of you out there like that, playing the super black thing. Okay? As if, because I'm black and you're black, we're supposed to be down with each other. I ain't down with your foolishness is what I'm not down with. I'm down with the struggle. Come on, bruh. Be down with the struggle. We both black. We both got the same issues. No, I don't have an issue like you have. See, because you're filled with hate and you're filled with racism and you're filled with bigotry. I don't do that. So I'm calling you out, Mr. Shannon Johnson. I hope somebody shows you this video. Then you can bring your super black butt on here and we can go face to face with it. Okay? I am sick and tired of you Democrats. I am sick and tired of you black Democrats telling folks how to live, telling folks what to say and what to do. Because, hey, I'm black and you black. Come on, brother. I get more black folks coming to me wanting to join me in business. Hey, man, can you hook me up for nothing, man, and put me in business? No, man. It's not a charitable organization. I'm running a business. But I get that from more black folks than I do from white folks or any other ethnicity. But these are supposed to be my own folks. We're supposed to be helping each other. Helping each other, rise above all the poverty and all the social injustice. We're supposed to be helping each other, but you don't want to kick in. You want somebody to give it to you for nothing. Come on, Mr. Shannon Johnson and the rest of you. Don't have a problem going face to face with any of them because I'm sick and tired of that crap. Sick and tired of what I hear from my black folks, super blacks out there. Go ahead, Bobby. I'm off my soapbox.
Okay, well, anyway, I'll challenge any, putting reverend or pastor in front of your name doesn't intimidate me, because when we're talking man to man, you're another man. I respect the office, just like you don't respect the office of the president right now, but I respect the office. When you're in the pulpit, I'm going to listen. All right. But now when you and I are talking and you ask me a question, I'm going to give it to you straight up, whether you like it or not. Why don't men like coming to church? Because you don't know how to deal with a grown man. That's why. You pastors want to deal with men like you're dealing with boys. You're not talking to women. You're talking to grown men. You can't tell a grown man to do anything. You can ask him to do stuff for you and he'll do it, but you can't tell him what to do. And these pastors don't understand that. You can't tell a man what to do. He's going to figure out what he needs to do based on what he's understand. If you don't like that, well, that's your problem. Because you're looking at the kid, in 5th grade who wouldn't sing a Negro folk song. What's the Negro got to do with it? Why isn't it American folks? Well, it's, black people, okay, yeah, well, you and me aren't going to get along, and we didn't, Yeah, you haul me down to the principal. I'm not singing that crap. You want to put it American folk song? I'll sing it, because I'm an American. My being American isn't defined by anybody else but me. I define who I am. And it's that attitude that these super blacks and all these black existential black liberation pastors don't like. Because no, I'm not going to give you creds for some ignorant nonsense you said. So now if you want to tell me God don't like white people, well, you go. I'm
go
done.
ahead.
We done.
Yeah,
we done. I'm done talking to you.
Go ahead. So all you're doing is breeding hate.
Yeah,
more hate.
Where does God say do
that
that?
Are listening to you?
Where did Jesus say anything like that? When white people don't like you, I don't like you. Okay, now what? This nonsense.
Yep.
This BS that you keep getting from these black Democrats. You get it. I know you white people get it from white Democrats. Mm-hmm. It's so much nonsense. It has nothing to do with reality. And another thing I want to talk about, your opinion again is not reality. We're not trying to figure out, well, your reality and your truth is different from my truth. No, there is reality and there is truth.
There's truth.
Your opinion is relative.
Yep.
That's what's relative,
man.
Not truth.
Yep.
Truth isn't relative. Your opinion is relative. So yeah, bring it on. Any of you super blacks out there, please challenge me.
Yep.
Please come to me. You better come out the Bible straight up. I don't want to hear your opinion. You better take me to the scriptures where God told you to hate white people and told you to support people who believe in abortion on demand and making us pay for
it. When the children of Israel was in the desert, God, come here, y'all. I need y'all to look at something. Okay? Get on over here. I need you to look at something. Look at what them folks are doing over there, man. They're passing their kids through the fire. Okay? Look at that. That's something that I don't even want you to even consider. As a matter of fact, what did God tell them? Man, I didn't even consider that.
Yeah.
I didn't even consider that. These folks are over there passing their kids through the fire, putting them on these hot, burning, these heated up statues.
Yeah.
And then they're out there singing songs real loud so that they can't hear the screams of the kids as they're being passed through the fire.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, let's take that and bring it into the present day. The same doggone thing. Same doggone thing. And you black folks, again, out there supporting that Democrat Party, because that's what they support. They support the killing of your kids. Okay? And anybody else that comes along that wants to abort their kids.
Unborn and born. Look at the murder rate in your black community. You think, and again, who runs the black communities?
Yep.
Are they Democrats or Republicans?
Mm-hmm.
Are they white or black?
Mm-hmm.
How is the black community run by black people, black Democrats, that's supposed to care so much for you?
As one of our nephews said, people that look like us. He was making a racial statement is what he was doing. But people that look like us. You guys keep following that stuff.
Yeah, keep following that.
There's a payday for that.
Yeah.
There's a payday for it.
And right now you're paying for it.
Yep.
The black community is paying for that right now for following that death cult DNC. They've never done anything for you. They've done everything they could to keep you down forever. They didn't stop after slavery. Everything you look at that is negative for black people was brought by Democrats.
Yep.
From Jim Crow all the way to now. They want you to believe that they support you, and you stupid enough to follow.
And from generation to generation to generation, you've been convinced that your enemy is the Republican Party, when the enemy is right in your midst, living right up under your noses.
You living with the enemy.
Sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah, you're in bed with the enemy.
Yep.
And thinking that the people that has only ever tried to help your black butt, who were formed to help your black butt back in the 1850s, all you super blacks, the Republican Party, the Democrats weren't the abolitionists, they were the slave supporters. The Jim Crow wasn't from the Republican Party, it's from Democrats. in 1920 when the Ku Klux Klan did their big march on Washington? You think who was supporting that? Democrats.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, from slavery, past slavery to now. The Democrats have been against you. Mm-hmm. What have they done for you? Mm-hmm. What did Barack Obama do for you? The first black president. What did he do for you? Mm-hmm. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Yet you still, worship the man like he a deity or something.
Yeah. So
cause of his skin color.
So you keep on. Again, any super black that's watching this video, man, if you want to come on.
Yeah.
We are not and never have been intimidated by you. Okay? Never have been. Because it's total, and I'm going to say it, it's total ignorance that has you following that vile, that wicked, despicable, evil, and perverse party known as the Democrat Party. I'll give them MASH.
Well, before you do that, okay. I gave him my black card in 75.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Super black.
Anyway.
Super black.
All right. First of all, I'd like to thank all our subscribers. Appreciate you people for watching our videos and liking and leaving comments. Even if you just leave a little one, it's something. We appreciate the fact that you're paying attention to us. And, we like the support. So, if you want to hear more of this, hit the like button. If you think it's the worst thing you ever heard, hit the down thumb. Thumb it down if you want to.
Yeah.
But, thumbs up if you like it. Hit the subscribe button if you want to hear more of this so you can we'll keep pumping this stuff out and keep getting it to you people, and we'll keep trying to keep you abreast on what we're doing. Sorry about the rant today, but we were pissed. Maybe tomorrow we'll do a little more.
Just get tired of hearing it, man.
We'll do a little more in-depth about the current events.
Wanted to get to Kavanaugh today, but we'll get to that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get to that
because that's not going away anytime soon.
But we were just upset. A lot of the nonsense. And I know some of you people, you don't have to be black to be upset with the Democrats.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you white people, you're the lone wolf in your whole neighborhood and you're in your family. You got, you in the Democrat family, you don't want to follow none of that crap, And it's not easy to be the lone wolf. We understand that. So, hey, if you want to get more of this and you want to get timely updates, hit the subscribe button and then ding that bell. And again, we appreciate you people. And we're out of here. And we'll see you again tomorrow, God willing. And we thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thumbs up to you all.
Thumbs up to you all.